Hi guys, this is Karen. Welcome to another video. Well, today we have half of my face with drugstore makeup, half of my face with high-end products. So this is one side and this is the other side. Now you need to guess before. Don't skip to the end. Look now closely and try to guess which is the high-end side and which is the affordable side. I'm dying to hear your replies, so write in the comment section down below which do you think is the high-end side and which is the drugstore side. Now I'll show it to you so you can try and guess. This is one side and this is the other side. What do you think? Look on the lips, it looks the same. The eyes look similar. Complexion looks similar. Which is high-end? Which is drugstore? Okay, so you're going to find out in a minute which is the high-end and which is the drugstore. But please try to guess. I'm so curious to know if you can spot the differences. Let me know in the comment section down below. So without further ado, let's see how I created this look. Half side drugstore, half side high-end makeup. So expensive versus cheap or inexpensive. Not necessarily cheap, but inexpensive versus expensive. Which side is which? Did you guess? Do you guess? Guess! Come on guys, guess! Please make my day. I'm dying to know if you were able to guess. Okay, without further ado, let's go to me without any makeup on. Well guys, now it's the time. I have no makeup on and we're going to do side by side. Well, this side going to be the expensive side, this side is going to be the affordable side. So let's begin by priming, and I'm going to start with the expensive side and I'm going to use my primer, which is the Milk Makeup. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. This one is a mini, it's 10 milliliters, and I'm going to start on this side. So I'm just going to add it here to give my face more hydration. Of course, everything is ready and prepped. I already used all my creams and moisturizer and the sunscreens and yada yada yada. But this side, as I said, is going to be the expensive side, and on the affordable side I have this guy by Wet n Wild. Wait, it's here, it's focused. Oh, Photo Focus Water Drop Primer in the scent of cucumber, and it's green, so I wanted something also green, like the grip by Milk Makeup, and I took too much, so let's add something to the neck as well, and here on the chin. So I am ready and primed on both sides, and let's do foundation. Now for foundation I have two, of course. On the expensive side I have Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 4 Natural. So this is going to be on the expensive side. I use it from time to time, not a lot basically, just going to add it 2 pumps to the back. I think it's too much, but let's see. Oh, this is how it looks like when it's out of the box, and it's very, very runny. As you can see, it almost disappeared. Okay, so I have this brush which is a foundation brush by Juvia's Place, and I have half white and half brown, so it will be easy to know which side is which. So the brown side is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury, and on the white side I will use a affordable one. So very high coverage, as you can see, and I think 2 pumps is a bit too much for half of my face. I think 1 pump was enough, would have been enough, but let's use. Okay, well, I used a bit on this side, so I will take a sponge for the affordable side. Hi, Or. My son is here. Okay, so half my face is Charlotte Tilbury, and this is a perfect shade match, even though on camera it looks a bit white, but in real life it is okay. So let's do the other side, and on the other side I'm going to use my affordable foundation from ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation, and mine is in the shade Light 70W. This is it, this is how it looks like. And I'm going to take just 1 pump, and I'll use another section of my hand. Oh, I took a huge pump. And I'm going to take my sponge. I did, and the sponge is damp from yesterday. I washed it yesterday, so it's not completely wet, and kind of on purpose, even though I didn't plan to use it now, but it was a backup, so I didn't want to wet it because I wanted to have an effect like a brush. Okay, the sun is playing tricks on me. You know that I shoot near a window, so I'm in the mercy of the sun, which is playing tricks on me. Okay, so side by side we had, let's put it in the box, we had ColourPop on this side and Charlotte Tilbury on this side, and they look identical. This one has a bit more coverage, but you know, if you look from a distance, you wouldn't know that I used ColourPop on this side and Charlotte Tilbury on this side. A bit more coverage on the Charlotte Tilbury side, but other than that, they kind of look the same. A very similar color, 70W and 4 in the Charlotte Tilbury, 4 Natural. Okay, let's continue. And I want to do my eyes first. So for base, I have this Smashbox. Yeah, very reflective. 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. So this is going to be on the expensive side. So I'll just add it to this side here, and tiny bit also under my eye for my under eye makeup. Oh, now my hair is sticking to the foundation, that's a bummer. Oh, okay, it's gone. And on the drugstore side, I have this by LA Girl Pro Primer HD High Definition Eyeshadow Primer. Mine is in the shade, which shade is this? Nude. Okay, I haven't used this in a long time. I forgot to use it. and I forgot how much I love it. This one has a more of a tint, also on my under eye area. Okay, so we primed. Let's see what eyeshadows I'm going to use. Okay, on the expensive side I have Natasha Denona, and this one is the Mini Zendo. So this is on the expensive side. This is the first time I'm using this palette. This is so beautiful, and this is how it looks like. Very pink. This is a bit of a green and a dark brown, or is it a brown? Let's see. Yeah, it's a brown, definitely brown. Okay, so I'm going to take a brush and take from the light shade here on the expensive side. It just looked dirty, but I cleaned it with my color switch, so it should be okay. So I'll try to create the same look on both sides, and I'm going to dab a bit from this dark color here and add it as well to above, not too above my crease. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. Now, first time I'm using this guy here. Okay, it's very, very nice. I'm adding a tiny bit more and a tiny bit at the outer corner in circular motions like this. Now I'm going to take a flat brush. This brush is completely clean, and I'm taking the dark brown here, and I'm going to add it to the outer corner, just like that, and also to the inner corner, and we'll create some kind of halo. It's a shimmery brown, it's not a matte, so I don't know. Yeah, now we have more opacity, and let's go over on this side. Okay, let's take the color switch. Oh no, you know what, never mind. Let's take this beautiful shimmery color here and use my finger and add it to the middle of the lash. Tapping motions, just like that. I need a bit more. Okay, I'll continue after I'll do my concealer. This is the, look at that, this is gorgeous. This is the shimmery pink that I used on my eyelid. So, for the drugstore part, this is Juvia's Place. This is Nubian 3. This is how it looks like. It has a dark brown and some corals, so I thought this is a good match. Let's try. I cleaned my brush with the color switch already, and I'm going to take, well, I don't have a very light color, so I'm going to start with this shade here. I was planning to take a different palette by Colourpop, but then when I looked at it again, I thought that it's not very similar. I thought at the beginning to take Blush Crush, but there isn't any brown there, just a very dark burgundy, so I didn't feel like it fits. Or I'll try Cherish by Colourpop, but also it doesn't have a dark brown. So this Juvia's Place seems like a good fit. So I'm just taking these two shades together, this corally and this orangey, and add them above my crease. Now it's not going to be identical because they are different shades, but I'll do it as similar as possible. Now I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to color switch it. So I'll use the same brushes, I think it's only fair. So I cleaned it with a color switch, and now I'm going to take this shimmery brown here, which is, let's see if it's similar to the shimmery brown of Natasha Denona. So this was Natasha Denona and this is Juvia's Place. Not the same tones, this is warmer and this is colder, but let's see how it will be on the eyes. So I'm just taking it and adding it to the outer corner and inner corner. Because it's a shimmer, it doesn't apply like a matte. A matte would have applied better, but second coat is much better. So I'm doing second coat on the inner corner and outer corner, just like that. And now remember I didn't blend. Okay, we'll blend later. And which is similar to the Colourpop. Well, I have only one shimmer here. Okay, let's try. I have two shimmers that are maybe this one, but this one is too light. Okay, let's swatch this one next to the, oh, okay, this is nice. So this was Natasha Denona, this is Juvia's Place. Kind of similar, yep. Okay, so let's take from this shade here and add it to the middle of the lash, just like that. Okay, very nice and very similar. Okay, now I'm going to take a blending brush and blend both sides. I'm going to start with this side, the Natasha Denona side, and blend it a bit. And then color switch. Even with the blending brush, even though I didn't do a long time, I feel like I need to give them a fair chance. So I clean them up. What do you think? I think very similar, but we'll look in a minute with more closer. Okay, now let's do under eye. And for under eye, I have on the expensive side the Bye Bye Under Eye by It Cosmetics. This one is in the shade 12, Light Sand. It's a bit light for me. I'll use my finger. It's very light. I'm taking a tiny bit and adding it to the lower lash line or my under eye area. Look how light it is, and I took such a tiny amount. A very tiny amount. Now I have to go to the brush, foundation brush, and kind of mute it a bit because it's very light. Okay, now it's better. It was too light. Okay, on the other side I have my L'Oreal Inflammable More Than Concealer. Mine is in the shade 333, and let's add tiny bit under area and here as well. And for that we'll take the same sponge. So sponge away. Okay. This one is definitely lighter in shade. It looks a bit funny. Bummer. Bummer that I took such a light shade in the IT Cosmetics. Okay, now we can continue with the makeup under the eye, and of course we're going back to Xanadu or Mini Xanadu. Show it to you again. And I'm going to take an angled brush. This one is from ColourPop, and I'm going to take the dark brown and add it to the lower lash line. All the way. So just an angled brush. Okay, and I'll take another angled brush to the other side and use my Juvia's Place. Where is my angled brush? Here it is, but I'm not sure it's clean, so let's make sure and clean it on the double switch. Double switch? Brush cleanser. I don't know what I'm talking about. Taking the same brown that I took before, this one here, and add it to the lower lash line. Okay, that's nice. I'm going to take a pencil brush. No, please don't fall down. Be nice to me. And let's color switch it. And now I'm going to take from Mini Xanadu, and I'm going to take the lightest shade, even though it's a matte, and add it to the inner dot. I usually do that part with shimmer, but I don't have a light shimmer in the Natasha Denona. Let's switch it up and take the lightest shade here from the Juvia's Place. Maybe I'll take a highlighter and add a dot here. Well, this is the finished eye look. I think it's quite similar. I mean, can you tell the difference? Okay, for eyebrows, I don't have anything which is high-end, so I'm going to use on both sides my Maybelline Brow and Fill. So I'll do that and I will be right back. Well, I'm back with brows. Let's do complexion, and I'm going to take a powder, and for the expensive side I'm using my Nikia Joy Cosmetics, and this is the Velvet Finishing Powder in the vanilla scent. I'm going to take my brush. Okay, so I'm just taking from, I'm not going to use that on my under eye area because it cakes. and I have so many fine lines and wrinkles under my eye, and it's not a good idea. Okay, on the affordable side, I'm going to use, where are you? My Revolution. This is a translucent powder. Very basic. I'm going to take, of course, another brush. And just a big fluffy brush. And do the same on the other side. Tap, 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 not under my eyes. And we powdered. Now let's warm up the face. I look so pale. Okay, on the expensive side, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the powder bronzer in the shade Rosewood. And I'm taking my bronzer brush and adding it to warm up my complexion halfway. So I won't be by mistake. Well, I arranged everything in front of me in 2 rows. So one is the expensive one and one is the drugstore one, so I won't confuse myself which side is which. Okay, this is Anastasia, and well, now I need to color switch because I don't have another bronzer brush that I love. Basically, I need to buy more, and maybe on the next sale by Sigma, or I don't know. I have only one brush from Sigma, I think. Okay, never mind, I'm rambling away. On the affordable drugstore, I'm going to use Soul Body, which is ColourPop sister brand, and I'm using the Face and Body Bronzing Balm in the shade Medium. This has amazing scent to it. I think this color switch is just amazing. At the beginning I wasn't sure that it's really working, but when I start using it, I fell in love with it. And I use it a lot. And time to time you have to wash it, of course. Now this one is a bit darker and warmer than the Anastasia one, so it looks a bit funny. But when I looked at them, they looked similar. I mean, look, let's show them closely, one by one, side by side. They both look, well, this one is a bit darker, yeah. I don't know, when I looked in other lighting, in real lighting it looks the same, so I don't know. Didn't look in the camera, that's for sure, but yeah, this one is a bit darker than this one. Okay, let's blush. Now on the high end, I have this one by Natasha Denona, Diamond and Blush. I love this palette. This one has a blush and a highlighter, and it has cream blushes and highlighters and cream and powders. So creams here and powders here. I'm going to use, of course, this color here on the high-end side. So I'm going to take my brush and blush away. So I'm just starting with the cream, and then I'm adding the powder, which is underneath. Okay, love it. And I need to keep it out, and let's color switch this one again. Not again, this is the blush brush. You can see by this ribbon here, this is for blush, so I won't be mistaken when I'm using them, because when I didn't have this mark, I used to switch between the brushes, and disastrous result. Okay, I'm using my e.l.f. This is the primer infused blush. This is in the shade Always Cheeky. and as you can see, it doesn't have a scent to it, but okay. Both are very, very nice. And now we need to highlight. Okay, going back to this palette by Natasha Denona, and I'm going to choose these two. So I'm going to start with the cream and then the powder. Sorry, now it has cover, so you just have to open it like this and mess up your fingernails in the process. So I'm going to take this one for this side. So I'm just taking from the cream and adding it. Oh, there's nothing on it. Maybe I didn't pick up anything. Oh, okay, now it's better. And add it, top it with the powder. Very, very nice. Of course, on the other side I have another brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to use my Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. This is how it looks like, and this is how it looks like from the inside. I don't have a duo with the high end, but I don't really think I need, because look at that glow. This Wet n Wild one is wild. Okay, I like it. Now let's mascara, but let's put this back in the box. I don't know, I love the box. I mean, it's so beautiful. Okay, mascara. So for the expensive side, I have Shiseido. This is a mini, and this is the Controlled Chaos Mascara. Okay, so I'm taking my, oh look at it, it's so cute. And of course only on this side. So clumpy. I have a new one by Iconic London, but I don't really want to open it. So this is the Shiseido side, and on the other side I have my beloved L'Oreal, well, not so beloved, but my L'Oreal Extra Volume Collagen. I think this one is at the end of its life because it's a bit too clumpy as well, so, but less clumpy than the Shiseido one. You can see it's a bit clumpy, so this is why I chose this one. Now we have mascara, and now let's do some lips. It's going to be hard with the lipstick, you know. I don't have a lot of high-end lipsticks. I have my MAC. This is in the shade A39. Can't read what it says, it's too small. And I have Lime Crime. This is Wet Cherry, which is a gloss. And I have a mini by Lancome, but the problem is its color. I mean, it's dead red. It doesn't it doesn't work out together. So let's start with the MAC on one side. This is the shade of the MAC. The shade, so half is MAC. And let's add some of the gloss. This one has a sherry scent. It's a mini. Look how cute it is. What a great scent. Oh, it's a bit lighter than I remembered. So this is half of my lips as the high-end ones, and let's choose from the... Okay, now I had in my head this shade from Essence. I'm not sure if they match. No, I think the Essence is too dark. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Kiko. I think this one will be better. Well, on the other side I have this Essence one. This is the matte velvet lipstick in the shade 03. It's almost over, so let's try and get something out of it. On half side of my lips, and I'm going to use this guy by Golden Rose liquid matte lipstick Kiss Proof in the shade 01. So this one is going to be on the other side, similar to the shade of the Line Crime. But it doesn't have the same nice scent. A very chemically scent. Not disguised by Sherry. Okay. What do you think? Kind of look the same on both sides. Okay, now it's going to be difficult because I need to apply setting spray. Okay. On this side I have the MAC Fix Plus. This is the Fix Plus by MAC. So let's do that on this side. Never did, you know, two different setting sprays on each side, so wish me luck. What did I, oh, sorry, it was closed. Didn't understand why something comes out. Okay, I shaked it on this side as well. Okay, I did only this side. Okay, and on the other side I have my ColourPop. This is Pretty Fresh Hydrating Setting Spray. So this one is going to be on the drugstore option side. Okay, this is it. Can you tell the difference? Which is affordable and which is the high end? I mean, the lipsticks are identical. It looks the same. The foundation is the same. I'll zoom you in a bit. I zoom you in so you can see this is the high end side. And this is the affordable side. Well, this one is a bit darker here in the crease, but other than that, and other than the fact that this one has a highlighting here and this one doesn't, but oh, now I remember that I said I'm going to add some of the highlighter on this side. Forgot about it. How amazing that I forgot. So I'm going to take from the Natasha Denona highlighter and add in the tear dot. Maybe this color is lighter. No. Why nothing comes out? Okay. Better? I think it's the same. Never mind. Okay, so do you see a difference? I mean, the lipstick looks the same, the complexion looks the same, the highlighter, I think even the highlighter by Wet n Wild is even glowier. The bronzer kind of looks the same. This one is a bit more orangey than this one, but if you look like this, it looks the same. Mascara is clampy on both sides. The concealer under the eyes. Okay, now I need my magnifying mirror to see, so let's see. On this side, the Bye Bye under eye. Well, it's all over the wrinkles and they're very visible. Let's look on the other side of the L'Oreal. Well, I think the IT Cosmetics is slightly better, but not by much. You know, other than the shade difference between them, they are very, very similar. Lipsticks look the same. Okay, I wonder if you guessed which one was the expensive side and which side was the drugstore side. So, if you did guessed it right, let me know in the comment section down below. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget thumbs up and subscribe before you leave and join my community family here on YouTube. It's small, it needs to grow, so join. Click the subscribe button and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye.